it out. Sandals season is here. Sandals, one of, if not the oldest form of footwear. Flip-flops, Crocs, which ones are the best for your feet? We have Dr. Kristen Woodward. She is here this morning. So you brought a display here and lots of different styles to pick from. You know, the weather is warming up, and so, of course, we're ready to put those sandals on. What should we be looking for when we go out shopping?
So I brought a lot of different examples.
Yeah.
We have a good sample and a bad sample of each type of summer shoe. And the problem with summer shoe is that if you stick to one type and wear it all day, all summer long, you can end up with some kind of acute or chronic orthopedic problems. We see things like plantar fasciitis, tendonitis, even stress fractures, ankle sprains, and strains. So if you just take a little bit more time when you're picking out a shoe, we can decrease the likelihood of some of those problems.
Well, they say beauty is pain, but you really should rethink that.
You really should. You really should.
All right, so let's start over here. The basic flip-flop?
Flip-flop, easy, you know, easy on and off, staple for the summer, but you want to limit the time you're wearing the flip-flop, and that's because they're really flimsy, and they also don't have very much arch support. So when you're picking out a flip-flop, you want to choose one with added arch support and one with more stable straps. That'll decrease the likelihood of plantar fasciitis and also decrease the likelihood of an ankle sprain or strain. Try to limit the time of use, you know, to 1 to 2 hours a day, quick trip to the pool, quick trip to the store, and then don't forget to put sunscreen on your feet.
Oh, of course. A lot of people, and behind the ears, the feet, places most people forget. But yeah, you can see that this has a much thicker sole.
Right, added arch support and sturdier straps. That's what you want to look for when you're looking for a flip-flop, and don't wear these all day.
Okay, good advice there. All right, let's move on to the wedges. Now, one's a good example, one's a bad example. To me, I mean, just by looking at it, they look similar.
They look very similar, and the wedge is a nice way to add height.
Sure.
Because you're not putting a lot of pressure on the ball of the foot compared to a high heel. Now, the differences between these two wedges is this wedge is made out of wood, and this wedge is made out of cork. When you're wearing a cork wedge, you're going to decrease the amount of pressure placed on the foot and the knee and the hip, and also it's a little bit shorter in height. So the lower height, you want to limit the height of the wedge to about 2 to 2.5 inches, and a platform can help. Also a wide toe box. Both of these have a nice wide toe box, but that's another thing to look for.
Now with the wedge, do you put more strain on your heel with this format, or is it on the arch?
It's still on the arch.
Still on the arch,
Any heel will put strain on the arch.
Okay. All right, now we've got flats with a little bit of a wedge here.
Right, so this is a ballet flat. This is a really popular summer shoe, and you think this is great because I'm not wearing a high heel.
Right, you think it's better for you.
But it's really flimsy, and so it doesn't have any arch support. There's no shock absorption. So if you find a ballet flat that you want to wear all day, you want to add an insole, one of the over-the-counter insoles you can buy, or even a heel. Yeah, so even a heel support. Or you can choose one with an added arch support, more shock absorption. This is one that you want to be careful with wearing too often, too much time. We can see plantar fasciitis with that.
Okay, we're running out of time, so let's quickly get through these.
So quick sandals. This is one summer staple. With the straps, you want to make sure that they're not too tight. Try them on in the afternoon. Don't go buy a new sandal right in the morning because our feet swell during the day. Make sure the straps aren't too tight, and you can put your fingers underneath the strap and make sure that they're not too tight. And also try it around your house for about an hour and make sure no blisters are forming. Again, looking at the arch of these shoes, this one has the added arch support, which decreases likelihood of strain on the plantar fascia.
Okay, and now we're starting to get back into the high heels. And ladies love the heels, but you could really do some damage to your body, especially if you wear them every day.
Right, so limit the use, special occasions. If you have an important meeting, bring a couple pairs of shoes, change into the 3 to 4 inch heel for the meeting, and then change out. And then high heels, you know, tremendous amount of force placed on the ball of the foot. The metatarsal bones can be inflamed and even get stress fractures if you wear these too often. And so you want to limit the heel height to no more than 2 inches, and a wide toe box is beneficial as well.
So this is the bad example?
That's a bad example.
And this is now what's the difference here? We've got the closed toe and we have the open toe. Does that really make a difference as far as the strain it puts on your foot?
Yeah, so an open toe is actually better, a wider toe box, and then the height, the difference in the heel height is really the big significant factor here.
All right, and last but not least, we have this.
A comfy walking sandal. People want to wear it something other than a tennis shoe when they're doing walking or hiking. This is a great example because it has awesome arch support, a great heel support, and adjustable straps.
All right, Dr. Woodward, thank you so much for coming in and giving us the do's and the don'ts for summer sandal shopping season. Let's get on over to Greg now.
Oh, good morning. 8:20.